9 episodes of this Lowetivation thing. What? Almost 70? I've been smashing goals for almost 70 days. That's pretty awesome. I give myself credit where it's due. I'm doing awesome. But the thing is, during my lunch today when I was on another walk, I was jamming to music, thinking about the things I need to do, and I realized that I'm kind of in that same spot that I was when I was way too big to even leave my house. And I was fantasizing about all these things I was gonna do, easy, hard, whatever it was. I just put my headphones on and I fantasized every single day. And I kept saying, tomorrow I'm gonna start all these things I'm thinking about. And then the next day would come and I'd go through all the motions and then I would just fantasize about it. And then next thing I knew, years passed. And that's how a lot of people go through life. You have all these aspirations, all these dreams, all these goals. You think about it, you develop it, you might even write it down and you still don't get it done. You know the only way to get that shit done? It's to fucking do it. But it's hard when you have a job and you might have kids and you might have all kinds of other issues on top of all these dreams and goals and things that you're trying to work on. So I would be a hypocrite if I would keep making these motivational videos, but then I'm not getting all the other things that I want to get done. That wouldn't make any sense. And that's kind of what's happening. And it's not as bad as it sounds, like how it was back in the day for me, but I'm trying to get ahead of it before it happens. So I'm not in a standstill because I'm still doing my goals every day. I'm working on the mental stuff that's always going to be a daily battle. But there are a lot of creative things that I want to work on, and there are a lot of things that I need to do for my physical health and for nutrition, things like that. Really big steps, and if I don't start working at least on some small progress, I'm never going to get that big progress. So, today, this episode is about accountability. I mean, pretty much the reason why I started doing this was for myself, because I stopped caring about myself somewhere along the line. And I kept saying, I need to do things for other people. I need to make motivational videos for other people and blah, blah, blah. I stopped caring about myself and that didn't make any sense. And that's why none of this ever got done. But once I started realizing that I need to work on my shit, and once I do that, once I start becoming happier and I start smashing my goals, it makes sense that I'll be able to help other people and to inspire and support and all of that stuff through these videos on social media. That's my whole point behind this. It's for me, but I'm also sharing with you. And I hope that by watching this, you might start working on your own stuff, or you are working on it, and that's great. And you're doing you. You got to be selfish to a certain extent, and that's what this is. But it's also my passion to help, so I'm sharing at the same time. But all of these videos have been about accountability as well. It's really helped me. I could see myself, if I wasn't making these videos, kind of getting stuck in depression or letting myself stay in it. I have 70 days of these videos, right? My main goal when I started was to start moving, start making these videos to have accountability and to inspire and support and all of that stuff, but also to have 30 minutes of physical activity per day. Start moving. And that also means moving in my life. And I have all these goals and all these dreams that if I don't work on them, I'm not gonna be happy. So I want to make Accountability Tuesday for myself. So it might be a little boring for you, or maybe it might interest you, but certain things, you could watch what I'm trying to do, and you could watch me accomplish that stuff and how I'm doing it, and maybe it'll help you in whatever you're doing. So in this beginning, I'm trying not to overwhelm myself. That's why in the beginning of Lowetivation, I just set a goal of 30 minutes of physical activity per day and didn't really put much of an outline to what I was doing. Just basically update you guys on that goal every day and talk about other subjects for mental health and physical health. That's all I'm trying to do here. Now, I want to try to add a little more on top without overwhelming myself, but things that I know I really need to do. And it starts with sleep, right? I know that my sleep schedule is out of whack. It has to do with my diet, it has to do with my job, it has to do with my priorities that I set each day, and winding down. So many different things that contribute to your sleep schedule, and sleep, we all know, is very important. So the first goal for Accountability Tuesday is for me to get into my bed at 9 p.m. And that might sound crazy to you if you stay up late every night, but I wake up around the range of 3:30 to 4. We'll get to that in a second. But I get to work at 5 a.m., so that's really early. I want to get in bed by 9 p.m., and start reading all these amazing books. I love reading, but I go long times without reading because it's another one of my goals that I think about, but I don't do. So I want to start doing it again because I know when I do it, I love it. So get in bed by 9, read books until 10, and go to bed. And eventually I want to lower that time down, but like I said, I'm trying not to overwhelm myself with my schedule and everything else. And I want to set my alarm for 4 right now. Eventually I want to wake up a little earlier to do certain things before I go to work, but I want to set my alarm for 4 and actually set one alarm and wake up at 4. Right now I'm doing this crazy thing where I'm trying to wake up at 3:30 and then I just go to sleep in intervals of like 10 minutes until 4:30. And then I'm kind of rushing out the door. It's not a good way to live. I don't enjoy it, but for some reason I got stuck in this weird loop. So I want to break out of that. I started doing kind of like a nightcap thing of drinking some soda with my dinner for the most part. And if you know anything about me, I used to have a really huge problem with soda. And to be honest, I really just think that it's not needed. Like diet soda, whatever. I don't want it. I want to kill it out of my diet, and that's starting tomorrow. So luckily I haven't started drinking a lot of it, so it won't be the death of me, but that's something that I want to do. I've been talking about this podcast. I need to start doing that. I want to, by next Tuesday, be able to show some progress because I'm going to have to make the website first. Well, not make the website, but there's a lot of these steps that you have to do before the podcast actually show up on all the different streaming devices. So I want to have some progress to show on Tuesday for you guys and for myself. And the podcast is something that I'm very, very passionate about and I think about every single day and I know is going to be great. So it's just kind of dumb that I haven't started doing that. I've been talking about food prepping, nutrition. That's a very, very big part of this whole thing. And I have so much of the stuff and the ideas that I want to do. So by next Tuesday, I want to have that set up and going. I don't want to just be like, oh, I'm thinking about it. I want to do it. My room is not that dirty, really, compared to what, I guess, on the average of people's dirty rooms that I've seen, but I have like OCD when it comes to cleaning, so my room's not perfect. I want to, if my room is really, really dirty, then you know I'm depressed because I need things to be where they're supposed to go and everything has to be perfect. And right now my room is like 90%, so I need to get that full 100%, and I will have that definitely by Tuesday. I need to work on a journal. I've been talking about it with my friend and I know that writing a journal is really going to help. I finally purchased this app called Penzu. I don't know if I'm saying it right. It's Penzu. It is pretty cool looking so far. It has an app and a desktop feature. So I want to start writing journals every day just to analyze what I'm going through and look at the patterns of, I don't know, how I process things. And I also want to try to write dream journals when I wake up. I don't know how that's going to go. I don't have a lot of dreams. It's weird. Or I don't remember them when I wake up. So maybe writing them down will help me remember them better. Casting stuff. I don't even know if The Biggest Loser is still open. I'm going to try that again. And I'm always trying out for casting things for different shows, different whatever. So I want to get back to doing that because, you can't get into anything if you don't do it. So recap. In bed by 9 p.m., read a book for an hour, go to sleep at 10, wake up with one alarm, kill soda from my diet, create the podcast or get it started, the foundation of it, food prep stuff, and clean my room OCD style, work on the casting stuff, and the dream journal with a daily journal. So those are the items I need to work on. I will either have them crossed off the list and in progress and going, or I'll have the foundation that I need to do, like the podcast stuff, because I can't do that right away, but if I don't start the basics of it, then it's never going to get done. So I'm excited for next Tuesday to give you guys an update and to have this accountability. It's great. So if you have anything you're working on, make sure you do some sort of a list like this that you can cross off. Even if it's just in your phone, it'll make it a lot easier. It'll make it more real than just the fantasies in your mind that you're not getting done at all. So we can do this. Let's do this accountability thing, baby.